Hey beautiful, it's Darby and welcome to my channel. Today I have a kind of inspirational and motivational video for you guys. So I'm just sharing 10 of my best tips that I have and what I've been using to kind of get out of a slump and just to feel more inspired and motivated throughout my day. So I know coming into these darker, gloomier days in fall, we kind of feel a little bit depressed, we feel a little bit more anxious, and we just feel like we don't want to get out of bed, we don't feel motivated, we don't feel inspired. So I'm going to give you my best tips on how to kind of get out of that slump and how to kickstart your day. Okay, so tip number one is going to be the 5-minute journal. So if you haven't already, check out Mimi and Alex. They have both separate channels, their YouTube channels. They are the most inspiring, beautiful couple you'll ever see in your life, and they are amazing entrepreneurs. They have written a book. Well, Mimi has written a book. They created the 5-minute journal. They have a hair extension line. They have an amazing, successful YouTube channel that obviously generates a lot of money for them. They get to travel like every 1 to 2 weeks pretty much. They have an amazing life, and so today I'm going to be showing you guys my first tip, and it is doing the 5-minute journal. So it only takes 5 minutes out of your day. You can spare 5 minutes out of your day. It's 2.5 minutes in the morning and 2.5 minutes at night. So when you open it, I'll randomly open a page here, and you write the date up top, so you don't have to do it every single day. I suggest you do it every single day, but if you forget a day, you can just write in the date there, no big deal. Then it has a motivational quote at the top. Sometimes it has a challenge, which is great because sometimes it's like, phone up a friend that you haven't seen in a while that you've been meaning to get in touch with. So it just kind of pushes you to do something cool that day. Then it says, I am grateful for ... and then you write 3 different things. Then it says, what would make today great? So you write 3 different things there, and then my daily affirmation. So it starts with I am. So say you're kind of suffering with some confidence issues, then you can write your daily affirmation as I am beautiful and I'm going to kill this day, or something like that, something that will switch your mind to a positive mindset right off in the beginning of the day, so that throughout the rest of the day you kind of have that mindset. So that keeps you nice and positive. Then at nighttime you check back in and it says amazing things that happened today. So you write 3 things. This is just a nice reflection and just makes you grateful for things that have happened during your day. And yeah, it's nice to write these things down because usually you just climb into bed, you're tired, you just want to get to sleep. But this actually makes you kind of remember what happened today, and you have a log 365 days. Yeah, 365 days in a year of all the amazing things that happened during those days. So you can kind of look back on it in the future. So I think this book is a great idea. And the last thing is, how could I have made today better? So this is just a little thing that you write. Usually mine is, I wish I would have woken up early. Half of them in there is pretty much that. But yeah, it just helps you for the following day to remember what could have made yesterday better, so you can kind of work on that the next day. So that's my first tip, to stay inspired, to stay motivated, to write down things that would make today great, to start off your day, kickstart your day on a positive note. So my tip number 2 is to purchase a planner. I know some people think that I'll remember, or I do the same thing every single day, like I don't have to write it down, but it really does help stay motivated and inspired if you write something different down every day. So this is what my planner for this week looks like. It's totally full because I like to write every single little thing that I have to do today and things that I want to push myself to do. So I'll show you an example. Today is November the 10th, and today I have to, every single morning I write down, no matter what the day is, I write down meditation, journal, so that's my 5-minute journal, take my pills, all my pills in the morning, and then stretch. So no matter what, I have those 4 things I have to do every single morning, and then once I've done it, I do a little check mark beside that. Then I want to buy some new weights, and then I wanted to buy coconut oil, some organic ones. I teach a ballet class to a girl named Jessica at 6:30 tonight. I have to pick up some little girls from school at 2:30 to help out a friend. I wanted to film a video, check. I wanted to edit a video, and I also film and edit videos for a counselor that I'm working with. So I want to edit her videos that we filmed yesterday. I wanted to whiten my teeth, and I wanted to take the bottles in that we have under the sink because they're kind of building up there. So these are just some things that I have to do today, and if I didn't write those things down, honestly, I probably wouldn't do them. I'd totally forget what I had to do, and even if I did remember, I'd kind of push it to the side, but it's the biggest kind of like secret pleasure when you get to check something off. So you have this huge list, and nothing makes me happier than grabbing my pen and checking that off. So I think you definitely need to invest in a good journal, one that doesn't really have dates set in it. This one, like I write, here, where am I? I write the date up top, so it just gives me free space. So if I didn't want to plan a week or I went on vacation, I wouldn't have to kind of rip out those pages, or I didn't have to leave them blank, that I used up the entire journal because I get to write in my own dates. So I definitely suggest you guys picking up a journal for you to write in every single day, to plan out your days, to stay inspired, to write things in your journal that you want to do that day. This is the biggest thing, is that people complain like, oh, I don't have enough time in my day, I'm at a job that I hate and everything, and it's like, well, why don't you just plan your day full of things that you want to do? Even if you don't like your job, well, first of all, that's going to be my next point, you should quit your job, you should get a new job. That'll be the next point. But you should fill your day with stuff that you actually want to do. So if you're complaining that you have to pick your kids up from school or you have to make everybody dinner, it's like, this is kind of harsh, but it's like, well, why'd you have kids in the first place? You probably should have had kids if it makes you happy. You have to do stuff that makes you happy in life. We only have one life, and you have to fill it with as much joy and passion and creativity and stuff that inspires you. So even if it's taking your dog for a walk or writing down your journal, does that make you happy? Just doing a little yoga session or going to a yoga class, does that make you happy? Fill your day, I know I've said this a million times, but please fill your day with a million things that make you happy. Even being productive makes me happy. So taking in the bottles, taking my dog for a walk, filming a video, editing a video, it all makes me happy. So build up those things in your life, please. So as I said, my tip number 3 is just get a job that you truly are passionate about and it doesn't seem like work. So I know being a YouTuber right now, I don't have a huge audience, but it's something that I love to do, and it's just a passion of mine. I love sharing my ideas, I love sharing my stories, tips and tricks to make yourself feel better throughout your day, to look better throughout your day, and just to be the best person you can possible. I love sharing that with you guys. So what I fill my day with stuff that I love. So I love connecting with you guys, and I love like even editing a YouTube video or like an Instagram post, putting filters on it, taking creative pictures, like that's stuff that brings me joy. You need to get a job that brings you as much joy as possible. So say you're working, sorry Ian, I'm going to use you as an example. So my boyfriend is an electrician. It's an amazing job. He makes so much money, but he's not happy doing it. And he's always kind of complaining that he doesn't want to do it right now, but he's just doing it because he lives by himself in a beautiful basement suite, and he has to kind of do it right now to make money, but he also gets off some days at 6:30 and leaves the house at 6 in the morning. So he has like a 12-and-a-half-hour day, and he feels like he doesn't have enough time because he's going to the gym, and then after that he has to make himself dinner, and then it's pretty much time to go to bed. So he doesn't have too much time for himself, but his end goal is to be an entrepreneur. So he's an amazing guy. He is so creative. He knows what he wants in life. He's constantly, every single day, listens to podcasts. He reads books about being an entrepreneur, and he has this huge idea of what he wants, but he just can't push himself to do it yet. So Ian, if you're watching this video, I know you will be, just push yourself. I love you to death, and you just have to almost just quit your job or save up enough money so you can do your daily life, but then you have to find something you're truly passionate about and something that will bring you joy. And even if you do spend 12-and-a-half hours doing this job during a day, you love it, you're passionate about it, and you don't mind spending that time on it, and you're getting paid at the same time. So you need to find that happy balance in your life. You have to find that job that you're truly passionate about. Search. There's a million jobs in the world right now. You can find one that you're truly passionate about, somewhere where you're going to get hired or work for yourself. Just work your absolute ass off on something you love. You'll become successful with it. You'll make lots of money during it, and you'll be happy. So tip number 4 is having somebody to talk about your dreams with, your passions, your what inspires you, what motivates you. You need somebody to talk about this with. So my person is obviously Ian, my boyfriend. Constantly, every single day, we're talking about what inspires us. Today, what did we see that inspired us? What motivates us to be the best person we can? What in our jobs, well, especially my job, like doing YouTube and yoga, what kind of benefited me this day that I feel good about myself and I feel inspired and I feel happy. Lots of us can just get in a rut and just get depressed, and believe me, I have a million of those days. I suffer from anxiety so bad, and you get in those days where you feel like depressed and you feel anxious and you feel like you're going nowhere. You need somebody to uplift you. You need to either be in a relationship with somebody that's constantly bringing you up, never bringing you down. Maybe you can talk to your parents, or you can talk to a friend, you can talk to a counselor. You can connect with me through the internet, send me emails, send comment down below. And yeah, you just need to talk to somebody about your dreams, your passion, what motivates you, what inspires you, what do you want to end up like in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years or 50 years down the line. Do you want a big, beautiful house? Do you want to drive a nice, beautiful car? Like mine is to drive a G-Wagon and to live maybe at Crescent Beach, which is a beautiful beach in British Columbia, if you guys are from somewhere else in the world. But yeah, those are my goals. I just want to be happy. But somebody else's goals, like Ian, he wants a big, beautiful house, but he also wouldn't mind living on a shack on the beach in like Cambodia or something cool. So you need to talk about stuff that's going to inspire you and keep you motivated to keep on going through your daily life. So my next tip is to find out what you want to do for the rest of your life, or even if you don't know, find people on like Instagram or Pinterest, or find a YouTuber that you kind of want to be similar to or have that kind of similar lifestyle to, and just creep the hell out of them. Figure out how they started. Figure out what kind of lifestyle they live. Are they happy? Just figure out what they do for a living. And yeah, so I have a bunch of those people. Like I could name off hundreds of people that I follow on Instagram, that I watch on YouTube, that I look on Pinterest and find things that motivate me. This video is all about finding things that motivate you, things that inspire you. So I suggest finding people on Instagram that you can relate to and that you can love their posts. And yeah, something that inspires you. Figure out something that inspires you and just run with it. So my next tip is just creating a space that inspires you. So for example, a couple months ago, probably 6 months ago now, my ballet room, yeah, pretty much, my room was all ballet inspired. So I've been a ballerina from when I was 3 till 18, and I was obsessed, like obsessed. Like when I like something, I get obsessed with it. So everything in my room was ballerina, from my bedding to every single decoration. Like every single decoration in my room was ballet inspired, like my lamps, my garbage, like everything. And I had that until I was like, no joke, like 20. And then I came back from my 2-month trip to Asia, and I was like, I don't like spending time in my room. I don't like spending time in my section of the house, because we split my house like down the center. My parents get that side, I get this side. I don't like my living room. I don't have an office. I don't have a yoga room. And when I came back, I was like, okay, that's it. Like, I'm literally taking everything out of my space. I'm just putting it in our barn, and I'm creating a space that inspires me all the time. So what inspires me is just everything being white, clean, furry. I love wood. I love geometric stuff. I'm obsessed with marble stuff. So I'll give you a room tour pretty soon once I put these lights up. I'm hanging 2 lights right here, and then I'm pretty much done my space. I love it now. I love spending time in my room. I just created an office. So I love working in my office now. I spend hours there because I just feel inspired. Before I used to just sit on the couch and kind of mope and just be like, whatever, like I have to do my work this morning. But now I love doing work. Like I put on my kimono in the morning, I have a cup of tea, and I go and I sit at my office, and I love it. I'm super inspired. So create a space that inspires you. Redecorate. If you don't have the money right now, just go and buy little things. Even like you can buy things that are like $10, and you can just buy one maybe once a week and just collect some things and slowly swap out your old stuff for new stuff, and then one day you'll have a space that totally inspires you and you'll be happy. So my next tip to keep you inspired and motivated would just be going for a walk. So I live in a place that you can go for lots of walks in trails, but if you don't, if you live in like New York or something, just find like Central Park or whatever, or go for a walk down the street with your dog. It doesn't matter. Get out, get some fresh air. Being boggled up in your house and not getting fresh air and just feeling kind of stuck and just like, yeah, congested, it's very unmotivating. It's very uninspiring, and those bad days that I usually have, it's days where I've laid on the couch and just been on my phone all day, and yeah, I haven't done really anything. So those are the days where I feel most depressed. But then, even if you take your dog for like a 20-minute walk, those are the times that you can brainstorm. You are totally to yourself unless your dog's a maniac, which my dog used to be, and pulling everywhere. But now my dog just walks nice beside me, and I just can walk, and we can just both chill, and I can just think of everything that's inspiring me at this moment, what I don't like in my life, what I need to change. I can just breathe. Like, breathing helps me so much. Obviously, I'm a yoga instructor. Taking nice deep inhales and exhales totally calms me down. You can just come into states of meditation even when you're walking, just completely either not thinking about anything and breathing, or just thinking about everything that inspires you. Brainstorm things that you want to do tomorrow, or you want to do in the next 5 years. That is the time that you're completely pretty much alone other than your dog. And these are the times where you get your best ideas. And yeah, when you come home, you just feel completely refreshed, and you can start up that new project or brainstorm, write everything down that you just thought of in your walk. So for my next tip, I know this isn't important to everyone, but it's definitely important to me. When I look like shit, I feel like absolute shit. Like, I do have high self-esteem and self-confidence, but even when you feel like your hair's all greasy, you kind of just feel sluggish, and you're wearing ugly clothes, and you go in public and you just feel disgusting and gross, I don't care what other people think of me. Like, honestly, I do not. If you know me, like, I don't care what other people think of me, but I care what I think about myself. So if I feel gross, then my personality reflects that day. If I look bomb and my eyeliner is nice and sharp and winged out and fierce, and I'm wearing a cute outfit, I'm going to be more personable with people. I'll go up to and approach people and talk to them, make new friends. I'll just feel so much better about myself. So one thing, obviously, I always say this in my videos, but my channel is all about just being the most confident in you, to feel your most beautiful, even if feeling like you personally, if you feel the most beautiful without any makeup and wearing sweatpants, then that's what my channel's still about. Then do you. And then I just want you to be the best person you possibly can. Treat everybody with respect, treat other people the way you want to be treated. I was listening to a podcast with my boyfriend, and there was an amazing quote this guy said, and he said, usually people stay away from cliches. So yeah, like, nobody, you say a cliche, like, treat people the way you want to be treated. That sounds like the biggest cliche, and everybody's probably like, oh, like, you just have a bad like mindset towards those kind of quotes there, but those are the actual quotes that you have to pay most attention to, because those are the things that are actually true, but you've heard them so many times that you call them cliches now, but those are actually the most important things. So yeah, treat people the way you want to be treated. And yeah, another thing, if you think positive thoughts, then your life will reflect that. You'll actually think positive thoughts. See, it's so simple, but it's effective. It's super, super effective. So what's my point here? Yeah, have confidence, absolutely love yourself. A kind of breakthrough that I had the last couple weeks was, sometimes with my anxiety, I can almost be scared to be alive. Like, anybody with anxiety, you can definitely relate with me. Like, sometimes it's scary. It's like, wow, we're in this world. I have one life. One day I'm gonna die. I know this is super, super personal, but yeah, sometimes you feel like that. And the other day I was just looking in the mirror, and I was like, how do I even explain this? It's just so cool to look at yourself and be like, this is my life. This is my body. Like, this is my body. I should take care of it. Like, I should love it to death. Like, I should talk to myself more. I love being tickled. I should tickle my arm more. Like, just simple things that make me happy. And I should absolutely love myself. Like, you should absolutely love yourself. You should be proud of where you've come. No matter what you've done, it doesn't matter. You can be a new person tomorrow. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. Absolutely love yourself. If you feel like you're not pretty enough, look at yourself and be like, it's crazy that I'm even alive. Who cares what other people think of me? I should do things that make me happy. And if you don't like something about yourself, if you feel like you need lip injections, if you feel like you need a boob job, do it. Like, anything that makes you happy, do it. You want to feel the best that you can about yourself. You want to be confident in your skin. You just need to be the best person that you can, and you need to feel just inspired and motivated throughout your day. And if you don't feel good about yourself, you're not going to feel motivated to love your job. You're not going to feel motivated to get up in the morning. You're going to be depressed. So end of the story, end of this huge ramble, is just absolutely love yourself, do things that make you happy, and be confident. Okay guys, so I don't know if that was exactly 10 tips. I think I meshed a couple tips together there, but sorry for this huge ramble. I hope you guys pulled something out of this, or yeah, just felt a little bit more inspired, or you can use a couple of these tips throughout your daily life to help you kind of, if you're going through depression or anxiety, or if you're feeling sluggish because of the weather, just, yeah, use some of these tips to kind of uplift you. And yeah, you are beautiful. I promise you, no matter what you look like, you are absolutely beautiful. It's crazy that we're even here. If you're going through a hard time, I promise you, you'll get out of it. I know I've gone through some hard times, and not like anything has gone wrong in my life. Like, I've had the most perfect life, the perfect parents, perfect living space, perfect jobs, perfect friends, and still things happen. It's a chemical imbalance in your head. And also, another little tip for in the winter time, in the fall time, when it's a little bit dark and gloomy, the days are shorter, take some vitamin D. We're not getting enough sunlight outside, so go out, buy some vitamin D, take like 4 tablets. Honestly, take 4 tablets of it, and you'll feel way more happy inside. And yeah, you'll get that vitamin D that you're supposed to be having. So I hope you guys pulled something out of this. I hope you feel a little bit more connected to me. I hope we can get on a more personal level, because I don't want my channel just to be about beauty. Beauty is very important to me, and I think everybody should feel beautiful inside, whether you're not wearing makeup, whether you're wearing makeup. But I also want to talk about things that are a little bit more important, like feeling inspired and how to get motivated when you are feeling a little bit depressed, because everybody feels a little bit depressed. And what's something about me that I do like about myself is that I am really sharing and caring about when I don't feel my best. So I'm not afraid to tell somebody that, yeah, I'm going through a little bit of a depression stage right now. Yeah, I'm going through a little bit of an anxiety stage. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be 100% myself today while I'm hanging out with a friend, because I don't feel my best right now. And I think that's a good quality I have, because so many people out there are scared to tell people that I'm going through a hard time in my life right now, and they feel embarrassed about it. But in reality, everybody's going to go through a stage of a bad time in their life, whether that's the majority of their life, whether that's one stage in life, you had one anxiety attack one time, but everybody's going to have some bad days in their life, and it's okay to have those bad days. You have to realize that it's totally okay to have those bad days, and share it with people. What's helped me so much in my anxiety story and journey, and I'll make a whole video on anxiety another day, when I do feel like I can actually help you with my anxiety, because right now I have lots of tips, but I'm not cured. So I want to be pretty much cured and happy with my anxiety before I share my tips. You know what I mean? But what's helped me a lot is when I don't feel good, I'll tell somebody, and then talking to them, you'll realize that they have another problem. They're going through anxiety, they're going through depression, and it's just so nice to be able to talk to somebody else that is going through the same thing. And if you do share your problems with a bunch of different people, which is not too suggested, you don't want to be negative, but you can share, have a deep conversation with somebody, you'll find out that almost everybody I talk to is like, yeah, I have anxiety problems too. I've gone through depression too. And yeah, so it's just so nice to connect with people, and it's nice to not feel alone. And if you do feel alone right now, don't feel alone. There are millions and millions and millions of people in the world that are going through the exact same thing as you. You're not alone. If you feel like you're alone, honestly, I'll give you my number or my email, and we can text and we can communicate, because yeah, nobody should feel like that. And I'm super lucky that I'm surrounded by people that are helpful, and I'm connected with some counselors that just like totally inspire you and make me feel so uplifting. And yeah, you deserve the exact same thing as me. And if you're watching this and you're like, I've never felt depressed in my life, or I've never felt anxiety, it could happen to you one day, and you just want to make sure that your life is full of happiness and full of things that inspire you and motivate you. So hopefully this video even helped you. Enough with my rambling. This is going to be like a 45-minute video, but thank you so much for watching. I love you so much for watching, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye.